Good morning, everyone. Shadow here. Just want to give a quick update on Bitcoin. We actually caught some nice longs from yesterday. We actually got an entry well under, right around 19,000. So we caught some just above actually, but we caught some nice longs yesterday. Um, Either way, everything is still looking very bullish. I'm looking for possibly a move up to purple here. We are still ranging. Here's our range here, still from about 25,000 down to 18,000. So, but right now we're looking at a nice AO divergence forming. As you can see, we bottomed out here on support actually. Sorry, I just got done from a run, so a little stuffy. But yeah, it looks like we bottomed out here on support, pushing back up. We have a nice divergence forming. As you can see, really the slope here is flat. We have a divergence. We're strengthening towards the zero point 0.0 balance line of AO. We really would like to flip that. But either way, the weekly is looking good. We're still only 2 days in. But right now, I'm expecting us to push up. I don't know if we're going to break this resistance here of 25,000, but as of right now, everything is looking very strong. This is the weekly chart. So let's just continue to zoom in. 3 day, we'll reset the drawing. Um, Same thing. We're actually, again, you can do this over on time frames, but I like on confluence with multiple time frames. So again, we're bottomed out. We're looking at a nice divergence here. I would really like to see the 3 day turn green in 10 hours when we close tonight. And it looks like there's a good chance we will, and I will probably add to some longs. And as we continue to zoom in, Bitcoin, this is when we entered yesterday on this candle here, right about 19,000, like I mentioned, and it just took off. So it's looking good, looking very good. Yeah, everything's looking green for go for now. We will have some pullbacks on the way up. But yeah, everything's looking good. 12 hour, same divergence forming, and we can continue to zoom in. We'll end at the 6 hour, but everything looks good on the 6 hour as well. We actually flipped the balance line here, which is very good, which is bullish. We're heading into a little bit of resistance here, around all this 20,372. But once we pop this, I'm expecting at least to push up to 22,000 up here. So we should. There's not much resistance here, local resistance forming in this area. This is really just took off and then a crash. So yeah, so I really expect if we can break this resistance right in here, right about here, could turn that red just so everyone can see it clear. I'm expecting a push up somewhere at least to 20, close to 21,000, but take profits on the way up. Other than that, it looks like we're getting a nice push up as we speak. It just bounced up 100, and I'm assuming the markets are doing the same. So if you look at the US 500, um, we're looking green for go again. And Bitcoin's just been following the US 500 so ever so closely. And weekly's looking pretty weak right now on the US 500. But again, if we zoom in, let's see where we can find a nice bullish chart on. Uh, Man, it's not looking great, but really not a huge divergence here. But I'm assuming 4 hour. No, not even 4 hour. It's just having a nice pump. Would have missed it with my method, but that's okay. Bitcoin, we caught it on Bitcoin. The 2 hour finally, um, if you look at the 2 hour, zooming all the way in. And I like to take you through my methodology and my thought process, but here the 2 hour finally showed a huge divergence, right? So you got the even slope, right? Got the um, increasing slope, strengthening momentum towards the balance line. So you're looking for longs when you're below the balance line, looking for shorts when AO is above. And we would have took initial longs here at 3,660, and then it just took off. So you would have been probably somewhere in this candle where this peak was, where you had a lower peak here, then it rotated from green, red to green. So we had a peak here on the downside, would have entered on this candle. Say you got in the middle, it would have been an unleveraged 1.39% move so far on the upside, and we should make that green. So on the upside, so we would have entered here, pushed up. Everything looks good. Bitcoin's now pushing up at market open. I'm assuming everything else is following. So on an Ether and stuff, it looks like Ether's run into a little bit of resistance here. I know at 1400 I was just looking at, so it's got some heavy resistance. This was the last resistance where it got rejected pretty heavily. Um, right at really literally almost right at 1400 here. So this is the last resistance. Um, Execute some caution running into this, but everything still looks like this will eventually break today. So somewhere, range in here and then, something like that. But I'm not sure where it's going. I'm not taking any more longs. I'm still in longs at the moment. It's a really ugly green. Get something a little darker against that background. But yeah, I'm not taking any longs. I'm still in longs from yesterday. I probably have about 35% of my position open. I'm not getting greedy. The markets, as you know, are just extremely erratic. Everything for the last, for the last few months is just busted down. And, the last major support to break here, even if we look at the US 30K broke, and then we just tanked. So I'm expecting possibly a retest come from, on all these supports that have been broken, retests, and then I'm assuming newer lows. October does, I would assume, looking bullish. I mean, let's be honest, U.S. midterms are right around the corner. They need the votes for November. There's no way to sugarcoat it. So I'm assuming if we're going to have a pretty bullish October, and then I'm assuming Q1, Q2 of 2023 is going to get really ugly for stocks, for gas. As the strategic oil reserves are going to get depleted, and they're going to stop using those. So gas is going to skyrocket, in my opinion. So I've been slowly and averaging down on longs on oil. I am underwater on these longs at the moment. I think most of my longs I got in, I'm probably averaged in around 81 now. But it looks like we're rebounding. But I am long on oil. I just have a feeling we're going to bust 100 again early next year. And as you can see, we had a nice divergence form here, a huge one. These are the strongest ones. If you can actually find these where price is diving down and not even, these give you about a 95 to 98% win rate. And the divergence, forming up here or even, but price drove down, divergence up. This would have been your long candle right here at 77 and caught yourself a nice 2-3% move. Other than that, I haven't really been through much of the others. I was kind of short from time or for on time this morning, but I wanted to go through. I know someone mentioned Adam was looking bullish, so let's on my timeline. So let's just kind of take a look at Adam. So weekly, nothing really there. 3 days getting weaker. Right now, nothing exciting. Um, Getting weaker as well. It looks like would have peaked, and as you can see, this peak got lower, so we did start to tail off here, and then continue to zoom in. We're under. Yeah, I mean, we're not. I'm fairly neutral on Atom. It looks like right now. Again, a lot of these are going to follow Bitcoin. Similarly, like you can see the 6 hour here. But again, there's not a nice divergence, so I wouldn't have taken it. You can see the slopes are relatively similar, so I wouldn't have taken this trade. Ideally you want this moving up like the slope moving up, and then you want price to be neutral or down versus the AO. So price action versus the AO. Doesn't surprise me that we just pumped and we're market open pumped, and I can see us actually retesting some levels from yesterday. Gold's looking good as well for a nice pump from yesterday. We would have to zoom in though when we find the bottom here. Um, but as you can see, we had a nice price action down. And if you look at the 4 hour, again, it's not the greatest. We do have a slight push down, but since it's ever so slight, near even, and this divergence, I would be looking to long gold here for a rebound. I mean, it's due for one, for crying out loud. If you really, I mean, it's just been on probably look at the daily chart. It's just been on a disaster. If you really think about it, for a hedge, you would have thought at the end of the day, this would have been a phenomenal hedge, right? I don't know why I wanted to. This would have been a phenomenal hedge um, against inflation, you would have thought, but they found all that gold that doubled the reserves, and it's down 21% since all-time high. I know we double peaked at one point here, yeah, since July 2020, double top. But again, it's been ugly for gold. There's really been no safe haven, outside of at one point real estate, but that's about to tank too, I believe. Everyone's behind on their mortgage payments, including car loans and notes. So I don't know. Gold's looking for a nice little rebound here, but honestly, the markets are just tanking. Everything's tanking. Even if you look at the Euro USD up a little bit today, but that was just $1.20, I believe, over $1.20, back 2 years ago. So we're down over 20% there as well. So there's the market update, guys. It looks like we're falling back down on Bitcoin here. It looks like a nice morning pump, and then it's probably looking, yeah, another rejection. Like I said, that rejection at 1400 Ether was going. I would be careful here. This was the last time, the bears defended it hard. So other than that, if you guys have any charts you would like me to specifically uh, go through. I will be making these videos daily, so I can take a few charts a day from the comments below. Comment below on this video, and I will be happy to bring these charts in and analyze them on a daily basis. Other than that, please like this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel and share it. This will only help us grow. And please, if you're going to take my trades, I take everything on PrimeXBT. If to keep this channel free, all I do is ask to sign up with my referral link. You can use some bonus codes that is in the description of the video to get 50% off fees and then a 7% deposit bonus. But this really is not difficult for me to make these videos for you guys because I go through this on a daily basis multiple times. So it's just me really just throwing on a headset and hit and record. So I'd like to continue to do this if you guys can help support me. And all I ask is to use my referral link. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Stay safe trading out there, and I will chat to you soon.